Hi family, thanks for watching. So this will be our first inspection since pretty much October of 2024 last year. We've had a relatively warm winter. Even today is kind of a nice warm day. We hadn't seen a lot of activity over the winter, which is normal really. In fact, we bought a thermal camera a few years ago to help us kind of keep an eye on the hives to see if there's still heat coming off of it. And realistically, the only way you can really tell how your hive is doing is by jumping in and doing an inspection, which we will get to today. But first, before we do that, I have to talk about something very serious. Sorry, my husband's already annoyed at how much I've been talking about this. The football team or soccer team that I support back in England won a cup, and it's kind of a big deal. And I have to throw that in here because he is absolutely sick of me talking about it. Toon, toon. Love you, babe. So when we did do our inspection last October, we did have to pinch one of our hives, the orange hive, because we found during the inspection that the queen probably died. It wasn't leaving any brood behind. It was just collecting resources. Our suspicion is that we left the queen excluder on too long. And as you know, heat kind of rises and the bees probably all moved up. But the problem is the queen couldn't get through the excluder, so she might have frozen. She might have frozen? Frozen. I swear English is my first language. Anyways, either that or when we had done the inspection prior to our last inspection, we had accidentally rolled her or squished her.
Check out blue first.
Yep.
Wow.
What? Ooh, that's not good.
Well, we don't have any moisture wicking things in here.
Yeah.
You know. But population looks crazy. Oh yeah. Look at that. I can see capped honey right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me. You see that looks capped, right? Do not? I don't know.
I can't tell if it's capped from here. I see comb.
So that is all empty.
I would just start looking at the middle ones, and if they're empty, then we pull the whole thing out. I mean, they've already eaten all the stores out of it.
Yeah.
And we don't want them to put brood in there. With purple and green hive, we actually left on a super because the hives were quite prolific and we didn't want to condense the hives too much and not give them enough space. It's always kind of a tricky balancing act because you don't want to give them too much space so that they have more area that they have to heat and keep warm during the winter, but you also don't want to crowd them too much where the queen doesn't have enough places to store new brood and she gets kind of honey bound. When we do it this year, the queen excluder, and there's brood in here, we need to have an exit at the top of the
top
hive.
exit.
Yeah, so that we don't accidentally do the same thing again like we did last year where all the drones die.
Yeah.
Drones can't get through the queen excluders just like the queen can't. They're too big. So if you do leave a super on and let the queen leave brood in it, probably like gonna need like a second entrance or something.
We will crack and take a look. This is a full frame of honey.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Population's also very, very healthy.
Perfect.
Very good looking hive right now. All right, let's get the food in. This will help keep them going just in case.
And the nice thing about feeding your bees is that if they don't need the resources, we found they won't touch what you give them. They'll go out and collect their own stuff.
One hive down.
This is going to be the interesting one because
that was the one we combined like at the beginning of winter.
Yep. So since we had a relatively new hive that we probably split too late in the season, which was yellow hive, and it wasn't really doing very well, it didn't have enough resources, we tried to combine orange hive with yellow hive by basically taking orange hive and putting it on top of yellow hive with just a few pieces of newspaper in between so that the newbies could get acquainted with the new queen essentially, and eventually by the time they chew their way through the newspaper and met, they would consider themselves all one colony by that point.
Uh-oh. 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 That's not looking so good.
No.
Lots of little bees in this one that are dead. That's not looking
good.
promising.
There's nothing in there.
This is, I mean, it's all dead. This is the one that was dying, and
No, that was the good one.
the top one was?
Yeah.
Oh. It looks like they're coming up, getting trapped, and then dying.
I'm wondering if this weird kind of white stuff is from the newspaper.
Oh, we still had paper on this.
Oh, they never broke
They
through.
did. They broke through a little bit of it. Doesn't look like a lot, though.
This hive's probably dead.
They only had this one little crack. They never ate through it.
I mean, as long as the queen survived. Oh, wait.
The bottom seems to be doing okay. It's the top that died completely.
All we need to do is see some capped brood and we'll be happy. I'll be satisfied.
Okay.
Oh, there's brood.
There's brood. Sweet. Okay. So there you have it. We overwintered actually in a single deep, basically,
Yeah.
for an 8-frame.
With thinner walls.
With thinner walls. We didn't have to strap these down yet this year either, did we?
We had one windstorm. We never really had a true winter, so as a result, we never had a false spring. And in previous years, we've even made videos about false springs, but it's just been pretty much a whole spring. We had like rainy days, and that was the extent of it.
Uh-oh. Ants.
Oh, yeah. Getting to that time of year.
Lots of ants. Yikes. They're agitated.
Ooh,
my.
nice.
Okay, do we even want to...
Do you want to bother further?
We'll get kind of upset, but we can.
Let's just leave them alone. Especially since they have the ant problem. I'm kind of tempted to just leave them alone.
Okay. We'll just leave this one be.
Haha.
I'm pretty happy. The educated guess would be that that one's stable too.
So we successfully overwintered 3 hives. Blue hive or purple hive, however you want to call it, seems the healthiest. It's definitely also a little tamer than green hive. Yellow hive is still a little weak. In fact, we took away one of the supers. We took away one of the brood boxes and condensed everything into just a single 8-frame deep. If you can't tell from my intro, I actually am doing this recording after our inspection. Don't tell the people who watch the intro only. Green hive, we didn't finish inspecting it. It's showing a lot of aggression, which could become an issue. Ideally during the winter, the hives are supposed to be like kind of more calm than they usually would be during the summer. But again, this hasn't been a particularly normal winter, so maybe they're just acting normal for them. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But overall, I am really excited for this year's spring harvest, honey harvest. I think we've got a lot of promise and potential. So we shall see. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and go Newcastle United.